Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Network News for Monday, August the 25th of 2025. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, former opposition youth senator Neilon Franklin's death shocks many across Grenada. Electric and hybrid imports overtake gas vehicles in Grenada for the first time. Ministry of Finance begins 2026 national budget consultations, while Vaughan flies Grenada flag on BBC News. In regional news, Trinidad government supports U.S. military deployment in Caribbean, while internationally, Trump weighs deploying National Guard to Chicago. And coming up in sports, Grenada seeks a third ECCB International Series title. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. It is with great sadness that we report the passing of former Senator Neilon Franklin at just 27 years of age. Senator Franklin was a passionate advocate for youth empowerment and economic development. He served Grenada with distinction in Parliament and made a lasting impact through his work with young people, including his contributions to GBN's youth program, Radioactive. Our reporter, Eugenia Peters, has the details.
Former Senator Neilon Franklin was a rising star in Grenada's political and public service community. Born in the small community of Briz and St. George, he completed his primary education at the Happy Hill Roman Catholic School, now the Uganda Martha's Roman Catholic School. He went on to attend Grenada Boys Secondary School and the T.A. Marisho Community College, earning an associate degree in general studies. Later, he completed a bachelor's degree in international business at St. George's University, reflecting his commitment to education and professional excellence. From a young age, Neilon was dedicated to public service, serving as a youth parliamentarian both locally and regionally. At Grenada's 10th National Youth Parliament, he held the roles of Prime Minister, Minister for Finance, and the Minister for National Security and Climate Resilience. He also represented Grenada at the 44th Annual Conference of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association's 15th Regional Youth Parliament as a member of the opposition. Earlier on Monday, the Ministry of Youth released a statement expressing profound sorrow over the passing of Senator Franklin, highlighting his unwavering dedication to youth empowerment and the positive impact he made on the lives of young people across Grenada. The statement read in part, Senator Neilon Franklin's passion for empowering young people, creating opportunities, and inspiring his peers was evident in everything he did. His spirit, leadership, and dedication to youth will continue to inspire us. May he rest in peace. The Office of the Prime Minister also issued condolences. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell extended heartfelt sympathies to Senator Franklin's family, friends, and loved ones. The statement described him as a passionate advocate for youth empowerment and economic development, noting his deep commitment to fostering youth leadership across Grenada. And from the political arena, the New National Party, where Senator Franklin served as an executive member, joined in mourning his loss. In a release, political leader Emmeline Pear and Chairman Dr. Keith Mitchell remembered him as someone who served with distinction and dedication during his time in the upper house of Parliament, and whose commitment to national development and public service will be remembered with deep respect. Prior to his political work, former Senator Franklin was a reporter with the Grenada Broadcasting Network and contributed significantly to the youth program Radioactive, inspiring a generation of young Grenadians. He also served in the Ministry of Finance's Customs and Excise Division, exemplifying his dedication to public service. As news of his passing spread, tributes continue to pour in from across the country. Among those reflecting on his life and work was his close friend, Senator Sybil Francis.
Grenada, the region for that matter, because the region mourns Nilon's loss. That's how far and wide his legacy will live on. Nilon has shown us what true leadership is all about. Nilon has shown us that partisan politics does not have to define who we are in developing our country.
Those who worked alongside him in youth development echoed similar sentiments. Janella Edwards, project lead for the National Youth Parliament program, said Franklin embodied the spirit of youth leadership.
He often shared how the program would have transformed his life, boosting his confidence, sharpening his leadership skills, and shaping his journey of service. As a former senator, Nilon stood out for his conviction, for his brilliance. Nilon was very strong-minded and he had a genuine passion for youth development in Grenada.
At the Grenada Broadcasting Network, colleagues remembered him for his energy, creativity, and passion, qualities he carried into every assignment and newsroom project. Former Senator Nilon Franklin's sudden passing leaves a deep void in the hearts of his family, friends, and the youth he so passionately served. Grenada has lost a visionary, a mentor, and a dedicated public servant. For GBN News, I am Eugenia Peters.
Meanwhile, the Customs and Excise Division will close operations for half of the day on Tuesday, August 26th, as staff attend the funeral of Senior Customs Officer Julia Charles, who recently passed away. All customs offices, including the main office, the St. George's and Grenville ports, as well as outstations and private warehouses, will suspend operations from midday. The skeleton team will remain on duty at the Maurice Bishop International Airport until 6 p.m., after which operations there will also pause. Normal services across all ports and offices will resume on Wednesday, August 27th. Grenada's transportation sector is undergoing significant transformation, with recent data showing a notable increase in the number of imported electric and hybrid vehicles, surpassing traditional internal combustion engine vehicles for the very first time. Details in this report from Christina John.
This trend, according to officials, reflects Grenada's commitment to reducing greenhouse gas emission as part of its nationally determined contribution (NDCs) under international climate agreements. Leslie Smith, Director of Renewable Energy in the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, explained that transportation plays a major role in Grenada's carbon footprint.
And so in 2022, the government developed a number of fiscal incentives aimed at accelerating the transition to these electric vehicles or vehicles with lower greenhouse gas emissions. And in this regard, exemptions on duties and taxes have been applied to the importation of electric vehicles. Since that time in 2022, we have seen now a major shift towards electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles on our roads. And anybody who look at the mix of transportation on our roads would already visibly notice that there are a number of hybrid vehicles on our roads. But what is very alarming and startling for us is that within 1 year, between 2023 and 2024, and then up to July of 2025, we've seen some startling observations in terms of the mix of vehicles that have been imported into Grenada. So as of July 28th, 2025, from January to July 2025, for the very first time, we've seen that the combination of electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles have surpassed the importation of gas or internal combustion engines.
At least 88% of our emissions are related to energy, Smith stated, and within that, 38% come from the transportation sector, 34% from road transport, and 4% from marine. As part of Grenada's nationally determined contributions, the government has outlined several key measures to reduce emissions in transportation, including advocating for a wider adoption of hybrid and electric vehicles, which emit significantly less pollution than conventional fuel-powered cars. Smith said by year's end, they expect to see a continued upward trajectory as more citizens take advantage of the government's incentives designed to encourage greener choices.
As a matter of fact, the data shows that 51.9% of all vehicles imported in 2025 so far are electric and hybrid vehicles. So this is proving good results for us in terms of the incentives that were offered, and we believe the shift in this transition towards electric vehicles and hybrids is as a direct result of the fiscal incentives that have been offered for these types of vehicles.
David Bartholomew, Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Transport Commission, expressed optimism about the trend, stating that he is heartened by the significant uptick in electric and hybrid vehicle registrations.
Very heartened in terms of ratios, very heartened to see or to notice a serious mind shift when it comes to the acceptance of alternative energy vehicles. I'm not saying alternative vehicles, I'm talking about the EVs and the hybrids. Very, very heartening. Because as Mr. Smith stated, they're the NDC, MDC mission, we have by 2030 to be able to have about 20% of the fleets on the road to be EVs.
Right.
You know? So I'm very heartened to hear that there's this big increase. There's a big increase. Right. And I'm heartened to hear again, for what I'm repeating myself, it tells us that what we have been doing in terms, especially Mr. Smith and his ministry, it actually is working because it actually creating a mindset, and we have to build on that mindset to achieve our goals and our vision.
Both Smith and Bartholomew were guests on GIS Spice Morning program on Monday. Christelina John, GBN News.
Grenadians across all parishes will get the chance to help shape the country's spending priorities as the Ministry of Finance today, Monday, August 25th, launched the 2026 National Budget Consultations in Carriacou. The sessions form part of government's commitment to transparency and citizen engagement, giving people a platform to share ideas and recommendations to ensure the budget reflects national priorities. Transportation is being arranged to and from each consultation, with details available through parliamentary representatives. To reach Grenadians abroad, all sessions will also be streamed live on GIS and the Ministry of Finance's Facebook page. The ministry stresses that the consultations are not symbolic exercises, but critical in shaping policies that directly affect communities, from farmers and entrepreneurs to students, professionals, and citizens overseas. Coming up in network news, Vaughan flies Grenada flag on BBC News. Stay with us.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
GRENLEC Community Partnership Initiative.
We are here at T Rose Square. What we've seen here is a very large outpouring of the various bands playing the traditional mass. And this has been made possible through the kind assistance and contribution of GRENLEC. So on behalf of Spice Mass, we just want to say a very hearty thank you to GRENLEC for this significant contribution.
GRENLEC, energizing our community.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Brenda, girl, you ain't see Robert bringing a whole set of thing there?
Where? Bonje, what up?
Girl, a solar panel.
Solar panel?
Yes. And what a time too.
But like Robert win a lot. Oh gosh, Val, I sure you see me.
Hey, you're too fast.
You may be wondering the same thing like Brenda and Val. It's no secret. I took a BFF loan from Co-op Bank. With this affordable financing, I'm able to build in a climate-friendly and energy-efficient way. The more climate resilient I build, the lower my interest rate. I'm building for the future, and my BFF Co-op Bank is helping me do just that.
Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibility.
Attention, Fontenoy, Cherry Hill, and Grand Mall. This is your chance to kick off the new school year in style. David Moyer Monroe invites all kids and their families to the annual Back to School Extravaganza. Mark your calendar for Sunday, August 31st at the Grand Mall playing field. Enjoy fantastic entertainment by the incredible New Dimension Steel Orchestra. There'll be music, fun, and so much more. Everything you need to start the school year with a bang. Don't miss out on this exciting event. See you there.
Different with our buds. you could live free. Spend $50 or more for a chance to win. Free fuel, free drinks, cash prizes, free property and vehicle insurance, free Hub TV, free electricity, free Coke, free Dasani, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady Milk, free passes to Sunshine Promotions events for 2025. 2-night stay at Sanders Grenada, free groceries, all for 1 whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in a slick new GSE GS3 M Zoom.
Shop and you could live free if you want to live free.
This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Redneck, Flow, Salt Petroleum, Grenada General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Carib Brewery, Co-op Bank, Answer Coatings, GSE Motors, Sanders Grenada, and Food Fair. Promotion runs from April 7 to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Live free. Live free.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Dreaming of a summer vacation? We can make it happen. Need a credit card for summer spending? We can make that happen too. Need a loan for carnival, debt consolidation, education expenses, and more? We've got you covered with a Republic Bank Make It Happen loan. Up to 100% financing, competitive rates, and a chance to win great prizes. Live your best life this summer with financing from Republic Bank. Check out republicgrenada.com or visit us today to get your summer started right with a Make It Happen loan.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Fresh off the excitement of Grenada's carnival, soca sensation Javon Von John wasted no time carrying the island's culture onto yet another international platform. Transitioning straight into the world-famous Notting Hill Carnival in London, Von continues to wave Grenada's flag high, using every stage as a chance to highlight the island's vibrant music and traditions. In a recent feature with BBC News, the young star spoke passionately about the global reach of Grenadian culture, emphasizing how soca and carnival traditions have transcended borders, resonating with audiences far beyond the Caribbean.
You say in the lyrics that Spice Mass could never be a bad decision. So talk to us a little bit about Spice Mass Carnival in Grenada and, you know, how we're seeing flavours of that at Notting Hill Carnival.
Oh, it's amazing to see that we are like the jab, especially. Like I saw probably like 10,000 jab on the road yesterday. Spice Mass, I'm inviting everyone looking right now to Spice Mass. It's every August, sometime between, let's just come to Grenada in August, no matter the date. Spice Mass is unique. Grenadian people are unique, as I always say. And for those of you who don't necessarily know or have never heard about Jab Jab, I always say Jab Jab is more than a costume. You know, it's in our spirit. It's our freedom and rebellion. You know, it's deep down within who we are as a people. You know, it's Grenadian identity is more than just a mask. It's more than just putting paint on your skin. We celebrate going all the way back to slavery. So Spice Mass is very unique. I always say we bring the spice to carnivals around the world.
Tonight is Grenada Night at Carafesta 15. Host country Barbados, and by extension the rest of the world, will get a chance to experience the rhythm, flavor, and soul of the Spice Isle with This Is We. The dramatic musical production will bring Grenadian history, culture, and cuisine to life on stage. The festival, themed Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence, is the ultimate celebration of Caribbean culture, creativity, and global connection, with participation from over 25 countries. Grenada is being represented by a 45-member contingent. Grenada Night, according to the musical director, Christopher Roger Williams, features a culinary presentation of Grenada's national dish, Oil Down, led by Kennedy Roberts and Chef Andre Bernard.
Just because it's Grenada Night, and we started with oil for lunch, and right now it's finished. The chef, they are out there preparing again. They are getting ready for a second batch of oil for tonight, and they are also serving our coconut bakes, our bush tea, and our cocoa tea as well this afternoon. You would also see this afternoon again our fashion. There will be a second piece of our fashion show displaying Grenadian fashion this afternoon at the Grand Market here, and of course we culminate tonight with our stellar performance, our Grenada Night. This is We On Stage. It's a musical dramatic production directed by Dr. Christopher Williams.
The rest of the night, Williams explained, will feature a theatrical production, The Cameroon Boat by Chris DeRiggs.
The rest of the week would go very, very well. I think our products at the booth here will sell out. I think our performers, they are going to be coming up again tomorrow at the Frank Collingwood Theatre, where we'll be doing the Come On Boat. I think that is going to be a sold-out event as well. And I just expect the cast to be just selling Grenada, pushing Grenada forward, and just keeping the energy up and down.
The Grenada Paralympic Committee today hosted a press conference marking a major milestone in the advancement of adaptive sports across the Caribbean. The event took place at the Public Workers Union PWU building in Tantine. Christina John has details.
Monday's press conference followed the official launch of the Caribbean Adaptive Sport Alliance, CASA, a newly established regional body committed to promoting social inclusion and expanding opportunities for persons with disability through sport. CASA is a collaboration between 6 Caribbean countries: Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and Barbados. A delegation of international Paralympic leaders led today's event. Martin Jackson, president of the Caribbean Adaptive Sports Alliance, Barbados, said their engagement on island is to help them to be more equipped to manage their respective MPCs in the regions.
I attempt to answer that. The CASA is, as President Andrew just mentioned, is a collaboration between 8 Caribbean countries. And we have come together to be able to share our expertise and our resources, and to be able to build the Paralympic movement in the region. One of the things that we want to do as a result of, after all this work, is putting all this work in terms of building ourselves, is to be able to compete against each other, so that when we go there into the international world, that we'll be ready for competition.
Andrew Parson, president of the International Paralympic Committee, the IPC, said his main mission in Grenada is to provide institutional support to CASA and also to better understand from a Grenadian context the challenges and opportunities and how IPC can strengthen the Grenada Paralympic Committee. Having met para-athletes who are members of local clubs and organizations, he said based on his observation, local officials are doing a lot with little resources.
The word that I would use is admiration, because I think, they do a lot with a few here. In terms of the resources available, it's incredible the results that they have in terms of developing athletes, in sending athletes to international competitions, having good results. So I think there's a lot to be done in terms of the infrastructure for parasport here in Grenada. We took advantage that the Minister of Youth and Sport, she was with us last night, so we also discussed a little bit in how the government can improve and can be more supportive of those initiatives. But so far, from what I have seen so far, incredible athletes, incredible coaches, incredible leaders, doing a lot with very few resources. So profound respect and admiration.
Paston explained how his organization can contribute to athletes locally.
The way we can contribute is through the National Paralympic Committee of Grenada, through programs that can support coaching, that can finance competition in other countries, that we can organize capacity building events here. So there is a number of things that we can do together. We can finance and fund programs in those areas. I think what we need is also a little bit more of support here in the running costs of these projects and programs, so they can have more, I would say, a solid foundation to offer the services to the athletes. Most of the people running these programs, are volunteers, which on the long term may not be sustainable.
President of the Grenada Paralympic Committee, Ray Roberts, explained what he would like to see happen.
And what we hope will happen from here on is that, for example, we would like to see coaches in the Ministry of Sports who are able to do both able-bodied and parasports. Parasports obviously will take a little more knowledge because people are in it with various medical and physical challenges. So you have to have the knowledge as to how to handle them. But we would hope to see that the physical education teachers, the coaches, they all are given that skill, that capacity to go to a school and be able to work with everybody.
Christina John, GBN News.
The Grenada-China Agricultural Partnership enters its 8th phase, focusing on sustainable development. Grenada and China are strengthening their agricultural ties as the 8th phase of their cooperation mission begins, boosting sustainable practices and local farming skills development. Trainee reporter Eliane Lessie will tell us the details.
The Grenada-China Agricultural Cooperation Mission has entered its 8th phase, solidifying a partnership that began in 2005 to 2006. The current phase, which commenced in December 2022, is set to conclude on October 3, 2025, following a request from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to continue this collaboration. This project aims to enhance agricultural technology, upgrade infrastructure at Lasages, and provide comprehensive training in various areas, including citrus disease management, agronomy, irrigation, pest control, agro-processing, fish processing, soil management, and more.
The collaboration that we have with China is perhaps the best example of bilateral countries coming together to work and to help each other. And in this case of China, while bilateral is supposed to bring benefit, I have no doubt that Grenada benefits much more from this collaboration than China does. On the one hand, of course, the Chinese experts and technical professionals would get a sense of how to deal with agriculture in a tropical climate. But when you look at the number of Grenadians who are trained, and you look at the number of technical and the equipment and tools that we receive from China, or we would have retrieved from China over the years, obviously the cooperation is of greater benefit to Grenada than it is to China. And for that, we are extremely very grateful.
In recognition of their outstanding contributions, 7 members of the Chinese mission team, who have been in Grenada for the past 3 years, were honored with pins, medals, certificates, and gift bags by the Ministry of Agriculture.
And I just want to spend a few minutes to indicate, as far as the 9th phase is concerned, the many areas that we're going to have. One area in the 9th phase is that of technical experts. We are asking our friends in China to provide us with a number of technical experts that we consider to be primordial for our agricultural development.
The event was attended by several high-ranking officials, including Honorable Lennox Andrews, Charge d'Affaires Xue Zhuing, Chief of Mission Ying Chao, Chief Extension Officer Lawrence St. Louis, Permanent Secretary Isaac Bagwan, and Raul Lewis, Extension District Supervisor of the Southern District. The ceremony was supported by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Nutmeg and Cocoa Associations. I am Elian Leslie for GBN News.
Now let's take a look at tonight's GBN I Saw.
A good eye catches all. GBN I Saw is brought to you by Claire Vision.
Oh, I got my glasses from Claire Vision Eye Center.
I got my glasses at Claire Vision Eye Center.
Claire Vision Eye Center.
Claire Vision Eye Center.
Genevieve Bartholomew, a grade 5 student of St. Andrew's RC School, said many will say her submission for tonight's GBN I Saw is a pear based on its outer appearance. However, it is not. Featured is a photograph of a yellow Egyptian guava. It is said to be rich in vitamin C, carbohydrates, proteins, calcium, phosphorus, vitamin A, pantothenic acid, riboflavin, and thiamine. The Egyptian guava is widely cultivated in tropical and subtropical regions across the world. The plant is used in many different shampoo products for its scent. We thank Jenny for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
After the break, CARICOM warns U.S. tariffs could affect vulnerable regional economies. Stay tuned.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS, land ownership, tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look? The Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Today, Clark Squirt's bringing the flavor straight to you. Come and experience the spirit of Grenada with our signature samples, smooth sips, and tropical vibes all in one place. Try a taste of the island with us. Cool down, relax, handcrafted just for you. Must be 18 plus to enjoy.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 back up on Pick 3, and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart! Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bets, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily Pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Grenada and Brazil have signed a technical cooperation agreement aimed at enhancing food security, environmental protection, and economic independence. The agreement, signed by Agriculture Minister Lennox Andrews and Brazil's Deputy Executive Secretary for the Ministry of Agriculture, Kleber Soares, focuses on boosting agricultural productivity, sustainability, and profitability. The Memorandum of Agreement, or MOA, covers several key areas, including technical transfer, research, collaboration, capacity building, and initiatives to enhance climate resilience and productivity in Grenada's agriculture sector. Minister Andrews noted that the agreement lays the foundation for greater cooperation and progress between the two countries. Soares described the signing as a commitment to long-term cooperation and mutual progress. The agreement marks a new chapter in bilateral relations between Brazil and Grenada, reinforcing their shared commitment to sustainable agricultural development, regional cooperation, and food security. The CARICOM Private Sector Organization, CPSO, has raised concerns that the recent U.S. decision to increase Trinidad and Tobago's reciprocal tariff rate from 10 to 15% could have the most severe impact on any member of the 15-nation CARICOM bloc. Trinidad and Tobago, already the most exposed CARICOM economy under the reciprocal tariff regime, now faces even greater risks in sectors critical to its industrial base, as well as U.S. manufacturers who depend on regional exports for inputs. The CPSO has linked this development to a broader erosion of CARICOM's long-standing trade relationship with the United States, noting that the tariff hike accelerates the loss of preferential access once guaranteed under the Caribbean Basin Initiative, or CBI. The organization has described the tariff increase as a clear signal for the region to move quickly and collectively to protect its competitiveness. It has urged CARICOM governments and the private sector to adopt proven collaborative approaches that previously secured key exemptions, warning that similar resolve is now needed to safeguard trade flows, negotiate tariff differentials, and position the region more strongly in an increasingly competitive global market. Prior to the April 9 introduction of the initial 10% tariff, CARICOM states benefited from decades of duty-free access to the U.S. market under the CBI. Stay with us. We'll have sports and international news right after the break.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up. Several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Remind yourself what life is all about. Adventure awaits in the all-new Photon Tunnel G7. Expand your lifestyle, your boundaries, your imagination. Find yourself in places where no one else can. Backed by our class-leading warranty and a national dealership network, you now have the confidence to go further. The all-new Photon Tunnel G7. Expand your lifestyle.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Good evening, sports fans. Two-time champions Grenada came away with an impressive victory on the opening day of the 5th ECCB International Series at the Tantine Netball Courts in Grenada on Saturday. But it was otherwise a frustrating day for organizers and fans, as only 2 of the 5 scheduled matches were completed because of rain that at various intervals drenched the open court facility, leaving water puddles and extensive cleanup operations in its wake. But Grenada did defeat Dominica 65-43. Letitia Cato led the way for Grenada in their heavy defeat of Dominica with 56 goals. However, the largely efficient professional player was not as sharp with just a 78% shooting average, missing 16 of her shots. The veteran Gayleen Gordon-Seraphine led Dominica's offense with 21 of her 24 shots. She was backed up by Shernal Rose, who scored 20 from 25. But Grenada's success was mainly on the defensive end, starving Dominica of the ball deep into their offensive areas. The host will play powerhouse Barbados this evening, starting at 7:00 p.m. Meanwhile, Grenada's head coach, Kathy Ann William Gabriel, has been taking a critical look at the state of the sport. According to her, lack of an indoor facility remains a gray area hindering the growth of the sport.
There is always room for improvement. I firmly believe that we can do a lot in terms of not just the association but the ministry as well. And we have been clamoring for indoor facility. Let's get an indoor facility. Let's bring that opportunity where we would have teams wanting to come, because Grenada has an indoor facility where the countries that are scared to play out in the sun, they know that they can have that. But we're talking about the transition. We would have seen in the ministry where work has been done in terms of getting our coaches at the level. Much more can be done because there are different levels of coaches. You have your level 1, your level 2, your level 3. We have to get our players, not just the few coaches that we have in the ministry or the coaches in the secondary school, but to get our players, because not all players are going to remain players. We have different areas where those players can transition into. Umpiring is one of the areas.
That's what's been happening in sports. Now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar has vowed to allow U.S. forces access to Trinidadian territory to defend the people of Guyana. TTT News has more.
International news reports confirm that the U.S. Navy has deployed 3 naval destroyers with aircraft and thousands of Marines to the Caribbean. The vessels will be stationed in waters off the coast of Venezuela in a move to counter drug trafficking allegedly linked to the Venezuelan government. Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar has not received any requests from the American government for their military assets to access Trinidadian territory for any military action against the Venezuelan regime. However, she made it clear that if Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro launches any attack against the Guyanese people or invades Guyanese territory and a request is made by the American government for access to Trinidadian territory to defend the people of Guyana, her government will unflinchingly provide them that access. There is an ongoing territorial dispute between Guyana and Venezuela over the Essequibo region. Prime Minister Prasad-Bissessar also said the deployment of American military assets into the Caribbean region to destroy the terrorist drug cartels has the full support of the government of Trinidad and Tobago. The Prime Minister noted that Trinidad and Tobago has been helplessly drowning in blood and violence for the last 20 years, and said U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance spoke the truth when he recently mentioned TNT's high murder and crime rates. Mrs. Basad-Bissessar said no amount of Trump derangement syndrome tantrums or anti-American propaganda would prevent her government from welcoming assistance to combat the terrorist drug cartels. The Prime Minister said despite the misinformation being peddled, the U.S. military is operating legally in international waters within the region and have not breached any nation's sovereignty. She said the only persons who should be worried about the activity of the U.S. military are those engaged in or enabling criminal activity, while law-abiding citizens have nothing to fear.
Illinois Democrats are vowing legal action if President Donald Trump moves forward with a plan to deploy National Guard troops to Chicago without state approval.
It's an offense to the sovereignty of states.
Democrats in Illinois say they'll sue if President Donald Trump deploys National Guard members to Chicago over their objections. Two officials confirm he's considering that option to expand his crackdown on crime and illegal immigration.
The Posse Comitatus Act limits the ability for the president to federalize the National Guard. We don't have a foreign invasion. We don't have a rebellion.
It's unclear how many troops he might send and when. City statistics show violent crime is down by double digits in Chicago. But Trump says locals want his involvement.
Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent, and we'll straighten that one out probably next.
Critics say troops aren't trained in policing and shouldn't face off with American citizens.
We're not opposed to that ongoing partnership with those who are trained to deal with crime.
Meanwhile, Guard members in Washington now carry firearms, according to a mission spokesperson. Sources say a Chicago deployment would be more like the one in Los Angeles during protests earlier this year. California is still suing over that. Trump supporters say that's the wrong reaction.
This has been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Former opposition youth Senator Nealon Franklin's death shocks many across Grenada. Electric and hybrid imports overtake gas vehicles in Grenada for the very first time. Ministry of Finance begins 2026 national budget consultations, and Vaughan flies Grenada flag on BBC News. In regional news, Trinidad government supports U.S. military deployment in the Caribbean, while internationally, Trump weighs deploying National Guard to Chicago. In sports, Grenada seeks third ECCB International Series title. If you miss any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Visit our website at www.gbn.gd for more news stories, or like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/GBN News and Radio. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. We'll see you again tomorrow night.
Looking to shop online?